Hello everyone and welcome back to Polly's Pretties. Please excuse my rather disheveled appearance today. It's been a very warm, busy day. So, for those who don't know, in the area of which I live, it was almost 90 today, plus we had rainstorms, plus I had to make a ton of just important calls like for medicinal stuff that we needed and one of my what they call social rides because this weekend the hubby and I are having a daytime date. We're going to go out, check out one of the new stores they've brought into the local area, and we're going to possibly look at the Goodwill if it's open, and just in one shopping center, do a few little stores, maybe have some lunch out, and just make a day of it, just the two of us for a change. Um, but also today was busy because we had a lot of mail that came in, and I want to share that mail with you because this is from, let me see, Michael's and Timu and I think that's it. I think. Don't quote me, but I think. Oh no, and Walmart. There's some Walmart things. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm just gonna go into it. This is in no order. It's just a big pile mess right here on my desk, and we're gonna try to get through it so I can get it put away, so I can actually try to clean more of this desk off, find my desk, and just get general cleanup done so I can start working. I did see, and I think I might try to take part. It starts May 22nd, if I'm correct, and it's hosted by Priscilla at Release the Crafton, and I'm probably going to butcher her channel name. Please, dear God, forgive me. Bella Boo Creations, I think is what her channel name is. I love to watch her. I love her accent. Um, but they're doing a haunt your crafts, I think is what it's called. It's like a little 7-day mini challenge thing. Um, and I have read some of the books, but it's been a long time. So I'm probably going to try to refresh my memory quick before I jump into this. But I do think I want to jump in and take part of it because it's kind of um, more my field of where I seem to gyrate to, other than my fairies and stuff. It's the gothic side. And most of you don't know this. I've been working on cleaning this craft room, organizing this craft room, getting things turned around in this craft room for, like, yeah, how long? Well, I finally think that I've actually made some headway. I got the old dresser out of here. So that gave me space so I could sort up my yarn and my fabric that I have to use for stuff. It also allowed me to bring out my polymer clay. Um, I'll show you. You'll get what I mean. But it brought out a lot more stuff so I can work with it. And it gave me actually more room in the craft room. So I was able to turn some things around. As you can see, my beads are closer to me now. And my coloring card is actually behind me over here. So it actually works out a little better. So when I'm moving, I have space to walk very easily. But anyway, let's get into this haul before I jibber jabber my face off and your ears off. So, like I said, I'm going to tell you where it's from as I do it, because, yeah, sometimes. Okay, so this was from Michael's, and I caught a sale, and y'all know me with a sale. So, and these are just so pretty, and they're pastel-y, and these are called Favorite Findings Big Bag of Buttons. Boy, say that 2 or 3 times. It's 3.5 ounces. And like I said, they're pretty, they're pastel-y, there's like green, there's a purple, there's a blue, there's a pink. The only pastel that's not in there is a pastel yellow. But I thought this would be really helpful for some of my springtime, summery time crafts, because I like to use buttons sometimes where to put this that my puppy's not going to attack it. And then these are also from Michael's, and I got 2 bags of these because I couldn't believe I found them. And this is 2.75 ounces. These are another bag of buttons, but they have, right here, I'll try to show you right there. See, there's a pumpkin and there's leaves. And I thought these were great for fall. Great accents to put on things. So that's what I got. Okay, put those over there. The other 2 things from Walmart were coloring books. I don't think there's nothing else from Walmart. Okay, so this one, the hubby found for me. It's the Classics Mystery Coloring, and it's Disney. And this is one of those color by number books, but this, I will show you. The color by number in here is going to take a while. No joke, smoke. These are two of the pages. And I don't know if you can see how little that is, but it's going to take a while to get that colored up. But I'm thankful to have it because it'll give me something to do when I'm having one of those moments where I can't do much else, like with my sciatica or something. Now this one, guys, I ain't gonna lie to you, I've already colored in this one, and I'll even show you the page I did. This one, my husband found it was the last one on the shelf, and I am so tickled he found it. This is Mythographic Color and Discover Wolf Moon by Gloria Shagleva, I think is how you would pronounce it. This is what the front of the book looks like. I'm plumb tickled he found this. The pictures in here, so gorgeous. Now, they're going to take a while too, though. I ain't going to lie to you. They're going to take a while. Like, here's one that I did not attempt. Obviously, I did not start at the front of the book. Yeah, I know. Bad. But, let me show you the one I did do. Okay, here we go. I did this one. And I had so much fun doing it that I was lost for hours just sitting coloring. So, there's that. Okay. And then Walmart also had these. And my hubby got a pack of these for me and a pack for my mother-in-law. Oh, mine's kind of chewed up on the back. That's all right, though. These are called Crayola Swirl colored pencils. These are great for backgrounds. Great for backgrounds. Now, they are multicolored, though, when they come out, so something to remember in case you don't like that. Also, from Walmart, he found these Hello Hobby silicone charms. There's 20 charms in a bag, at least this one. And this one has like a bee and an emoji smiley face and a turtle and a butterfly, and I think that's a basketball. Anyway, you can see some there. And then you can see a few different ones here on the back. And I thought those were kind of cool. I've never seen silicone charms. So I'm going to give that a go. And then he got this bag. This also has 20 in it. And it's silicone charms as well. And this is called Foodie Fun. So there's like popsicles and boba drinks and grapes and strawberries and really cute. So I thought I'd give them a go. And then also from Walmart, this was the only strand they had, which upsets me greatly because I would love to have a second one. But you get what you get. So there's these beautiful beads. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful beads. They're acrylic, but I don't care. I think they're beautiful. As you just heard me say 6 times, probably. So there's that. Okay, now, let's go into... Okay, this came from Michael's. I got one for me, one for my mother-in-law. And this is a raindrop stencil, because sometimes you just want some rain in your pictures. So, that's what that is. Then... Oops, that didn't sit good. There we go. Alright, now... Let's see. Okay, Michael's. Let's go with Michael's. Let's stay with Michael's. Also, at Michael's, I went a little crazy. They had some stamps on sale. And I know this stamp company because I've bought from them before. And they don't come mounted, okay? These are unmounted. These are a cling stamp. But I had to. It is from Deep Red Stamps. And this is the Wild Horse, because I got ideas for that, which I'll explain more later. Then we got Cherry Blossoms. Like I said, these were all on sale. I don't think any of them were over $3. Then we got Magnolia Blossoms. I love flowers, guys. Like, flowers are my deal. They really are. Then, of course, I used to go to car shows when I was younger, so this is a Mustang Fastback. And then we have the Terracotta Vase. It kind of looks like it might be sunk in the ground a bit. I thought it was neat. Okay, so we got those. Let me move those. Sorry, finding places to put them that my little man won't get to them is... Yeah. Okay, let me get over here and get some more of these. I also got the Chevy Bel Air and the classic Corvette. When I was a young girl in Grafton, West Virginia, I knew someone who drove one of those. Beautiful car. Great sound when they start up. Okay. Then I also got, thinking of my husband and I both, the wolf portrait. my daughter and I, strawberries. And something I'm trying to work on for my husband, which is a raptor dinosaur. So there's that. And I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not. So many things. Like I said, I went a little crazy with these stamps because I know what kind of quality they are. Then I keep saying I'm going to do this Alice Sherm, I'm doing this Alice Sherm. And I've been trying to collect up stuff off and on, up here and there, whenever I can find it. So, the rabbit, the white rabbit. Then we have Alice with the drink me potion. We have Alice with the deer. We have standing Alice. And we also have Alice in the armchair. Yes, I was on an Alice kick. Okay. Then I got a free gift from them from ordering so many, and it's cattails, which cattails can be used for a lot of things. So tickled about that. Okay, then to go right into, we're staying with Michael's. I also got this because, like I said, I want to do an Alice journal, so this is the Drink Me potion. Ooh, sorry. That didn't want to show up very good. There we go. Okay. Then we will go with, that's that. Making sure I got everything from Michael's here. Okay. Now we can go into Temu. Or wait, one thing from Amazon, and my mother-in-law had ordered these. They just came. They didn't come with the other pack, so that's little sunflower metal spacer beads. So we have those to work with as well. I'll put them there. Okay, then we can go to Temu. All right, let me move that stuff because it keeps coming down here in my way. So at Temu, I got a little weird. I made like the strangest order you could imagine. So I've been trying to work with polymer clay, but I want to make like some cute little stuff. So I found a little frog with a witch hat. That's what that's going to be. And then this looked like a little Shorky puppy. So I had to get that. Those are the two clay things I managed to get this time. Because like I said, I was also deal hunting. Then I got this washi tape, which has little ghosts on it, as you can see, for Halloween. Oh, let's put that right there. And then I got, yeah, we'll go with this, I think. Yeah. I got a 2-pack of this. It is red velvet ribbon, and then it has the white, like, fuzzier edges for Christmas. So, got one of those. Or 1 pack of 2. Okay. Whoopsie. Then I'll show you, I think I opened this one. It looks like maybe. I got 4 packs of these, which there's 2 in a pack. Yeah, this is the one I opened. Okay. And I have to be real careful because they're very tiny. Although they're very sweet, I think. They are beads. And they are, the hole for these beads, an up and down hole right here in the top of the head and the bottom of the body. But if you look, they're itty bitty froggies. And I simply had to. I don't need to rehash the story of why, but I had to. So I got 4 packs of those while they were nicely on sale from Temu, and I have ideas. So, that is how that comes about. Like I said, they're teeny, but they're cute, and they just jumped in my cart, you know? So, that is how those work, and I'm just going to leave them lay in the desk here, because if I don't, they may end up somewhere where I won't know where they're at. Let's put that right there. Okay. Next, let's go with the sticker pack I got. This is like ravens, crows, more gothic style birds, I guess you could say. We'll just go ahead and go through them. We got this beauty. I got this one that just says crow. Here's another one. Then we got ones with the wings open. Like I said, they're different. Each one is different, but they're very beautiful. Some have sayings, like this one says, feathers dark as the moonless sky. And yes, these were from Temu. And this one just says a black crow, and it's got the pink flowers around it. Then we have a crow sitting on a heart with a crown. We've got another one with the wings more open. Yeah. A symbol of mystery and wisdom. And some are crow and some are ravens, I will say that. And then we have the dapper one. A messenger from the spirit world. Then we have one that fits more with Halloween. I just thought they were so pretty. So, you know how that is. I like ravens, so. The crow perched on the old oak tree, gazing down with its knowing eyes. That one's kind of funny. And I thought these would just be really neat to use and have. In the shadow of darkness, the crow's caw broke the silence of the night. This one I absolutely love. I also like that one really well. Then it says, in the stormy sky, the crow soared high, a solitary figure in the swirling sea of gray. In the dead of night, the raven calls. This one just says crow. Silent and watchful, perched in a tree. He looks a little crazy. A sleek black feathered thief stealing secrets and stories from the realm of men. Then this one says crow again. And last but not least. So that was those. And like I said, I thought they were pretty. I thought they'd be great for something gothic. So fun to use and work with. Oh, geez, okay. My frogs decided to come visit. All right, next I'll show you these. These are some postcards. Yes, I've been kind of hooked on the postcards. I don't know, I just like them. So we have a witch. This one to me is just so vampiric that it's so beautiful. I actually love this set. I do. I like that they're like aged kind of like that almost sepia almost. Another vampire, of course. This one reminds me of a zombie. A grave. The owl. More flowers. This one, when I saw it, made me giggle. It's a dancing skeleton. Of course, mine and my husband's house. You all just haven't seen it yet. This is, of course, a phantom. The ghost. I don't know. I was wondering where I left this purse, you know? Oh, look. It's the trail to our lovely house. Has anybody lost their mummy? And of course, there's this pet spider. Beautiful flower. A witchy friend. The garden. And transportation. So I actually love those. I think they're beautiful. Okay. That one there. And then we'll go down here and get some things. We'll do some of this stuff quicker, easier. I got another one of the gorgeous girl dies that you put together, and of course another one. And then I got a steampunk die. This has gears and like pipes and different things. I thought it could come in handy. Better not put that there. I think that will just go there. All right. Then I've also been thinking about, leave it to me, pirates. Okay, yeah, don't even. All right, don't question it. Just get. Okay, so I've been thinking about pirates because I always get stuck on pirates. I don't know why I'm stuck on pirates. Who knows? Anyway, so went to Timu. Of course, Timu always helps with my addictions. So we're gonna go through some pretty pirate stuff. Pirate, haha. And then can't be a pirate without a ship. And you got to have some crew members. And there's one in here I had a laugh. We had such a good laugh about. And it isn't because of what it is or who it is. It's just I didn't expect it to be in this set. So, of course. And I will explain that when I get there. Oops. But I am thankful for it. And you bet your booty I'm going to use it. I love these. I think they're beautiful. And these, of course, are non-repeating. And here's the one that I laughed about because we had just said with pirates, you expect Johnny Depp anymore because he's Captain Jack Sparrow. And I said, oh, he's probably not going to be in here. You know, that's copyrighted and all that. Guess who I found? Isn't he gorgeous? Oh, of course he is. Anyway. And of course, last but not least. So I had great fun with that pack. I really did. I was so tickled. And like I said, when I ran across the Johnny Depp one, I was like, oh hey. So yes, I was very, very, very happy about that. That one just kind of made my day. So very tickled. So there's the start to Pirates. Well, I shouldn't say the start. I mean, I'm sure there's other stuff. I just have to get it bagged up. I got to get me some more of the mesh bags with the zippers. So I also got this when I figure out how I close. Aha. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Figure out how I closed it. Because y'all know that I have been saying I want to do a dog journal as well in honor of my brownie boy. So I've been collecting up some stuff for that. But I found these, and they're so cute. Now, this next one reminds me, and I don't know how many of you will remember this. There was a dog on TV. His name was Benji, and he was a real dog. And this just reminds me of him. There's one more in this pack that reminds me of him, and I couldn't help it when I saw him. They just screamed Benji at me. This is the other one. And then last but not least. So I plan on using those as well. Ah, come on now. Work with me here. So the other night, my daughter and I went through with the bags that I did have, and we started organizing the stuff for the dog journal, a fairy journal, a mermaid journal, you name it, all the way through Dolly Parton, Wednesday Addams, all of it. And boy, were we busy. So I'm going to open this. I didn't open this earlier, but this is more like Christmas fairies. And maybe get my finger up there. There we go. I don't know. My brain, when I see Christmas, just goes, woo! So, excuse me. But these I think are so pretty. And they're kind of traditional, but kind of not either. So, I'll probably lump them with traditional, though, because they're not pink. So there's that beautiful one. And these are the kind you could fold and try to turn into a book as is. I don't know if I will do that. Nope, this way. There we go. I just think these are beautiful. And they do repeat, which that's all right. I'm fine with that. And then last but not least, I think those are beautiful. I like them. They make me happy. Okay. Makes me happier when I can finally open and close to the bag so I can put them away right. There we go. Keep all the dust and everything off of them till I put them with their other parts to be placed for use. So there's those. Okay, then I'm going to show you these. I'll show you one because they're both the same. So I'm just going to lay the other one down there. It's out of the way. And we're almost done with this haul, thank goodness. Now, let me get this over out of my way. Over there. Thank you. So they come in a book like this, and it's called Secret Realm Fantasy. So, and here's the front cover of the little booklet piece, which I think is pretty. So I'll probably cut it up and use it too. And these are paper, and there's 3 of each one. Here's the gateway. Here's part of the woodlands. A green butterfly. Stay there. Part of the little village. The desk area in front of the window. Another part of the village, and this one has a little well there if you look real close. A treehouse. More of the woodlandy area. A cabin. And then last but not least, another treehouse. And like I said, they are paper. They're thin, you know, but they're going to be quite pretty in a journal. And I thought that that was great. So, and like I said, I probably will use the cover up too, simply because it's pretty. So, and then there's one more piece I want to show you, and this was a gift from the brownie. And there was one for me and one for my daughter. And as you all know, Brownie is a Shorkie, but he displays more of the Shih Tzu qualities, because a Shorkie is a Shih Tzu Yorkie mix, but he is very much so Shih Tzu. So we have our beautiful Shih Tzu puppy necklace with heart. And those were gifts from Brownie to me and Miss Rory. So I will be wearing mine, I think, this weekend when we go out. But until then, I'd love to look at it. So we'll hang it right there. And that is the haul. I wanted to come in, get it done, get it out of the way, try to get it put away. Because I still have a lot of stuff I'm trying to clear off this desk. I'm still trying to put stuff in the bags. I mean, we went through, we have bend up my yarn so I know where it's at. Bend up my fabric so we know where it's at. I have organized all 24, which I need more bags because I have more ideas and more things here to be put in bags. For journals, i.e. scrapbooks, whatever I turn them into. But we found a lot of the projects in bits and pieces. Some things I have a great amount for, other things I don't have quite anything for. I'm having a heck of a time finding anything for my Red Riding Hood journal that I want to make, or scrapbook. I've got one sticker and one little pack of like paper, like I showed you the green, and that's all I've got for my Red Riding Hood so far. I'm really having a tough time with that one. So I'm going to be digging on that one for a while probably, so it may not get done for a while until I can find a good bit more things. But I've got a lot of things in bags over here sorted now. I've got bees, and I've got Dolly Parton, and I've got Wednesday Addams. I've got a butterfly one that I want to get done that I've got just little bits and pieces for. Some things I don't have very much for, other things I have tons more for. So I'm going to be looking at getting busy on some of those. And just trying to get some of it done that I've been wanting to done. I've been sorting this whole craft room. Like I said, we went through my whole sticker drawer, all three of them. Yeah, three. We went through some of the fabric I had. We went through some of the projects I've done for like I had Tony's mini challenge that I did Halloween for. And I don't remember the name of it right now because it's bagged up over there because I'm going to use it in one. And then I've got the one I did with Priscilla, which was Fanguary, I think it was called. And I've got it bagged up to go with another one that I'm going to be doing. So you're going to see stuff that I've made other times getting used in these either scrapbooks, journals, or whatever I make them into. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of working going on here soon. As soon as I can get this desk cleaned up so I have room to, spread out and move. But I've really been going nutso trying to get things ready. I'm still trying to work on collecting up items to do a Greek, like God's goddess kind of thing, because I have all the Greek, like, I don't have them all. I have some Greek gods and goddess, excuse me, stamps that I was lucky enough to catch on Temu thanks to my friend Audrey. Um, I'm trying to work on that. There's so many projects, just like I said, but I'm finally starting to get them bagged up, so I know where the stuff is that I want for them. And I'm, slowly getting in there. I've got a pink Christmas one started where I don't have a whole lot there yet. I've got a little bit of pink fur that I collected from Temu once, and I've got some pinkish ephemera that's Christmas. Um, so I'm gonna be working on that. I've got traditional Christmas out my wazoo, so we're gonna try to get some of that used up and done up. I think this year, other than the stuff that I'm hauling right now, and trying to lay some stuff in for Christmas, I think this year is going to be me trying to use up some of what I've got, so that it's done, it's ready for whatever I turn it into, whether it's a scrapbook, a junk journal, whether I do a altered composition book, or whatever it turns into. So anyway, I am trying to get there. Like I said, big massive turnaround with the craft room so I could get in and out easier, so that I could see a little more of what, like my beads are here closer so I can turn and get to those. I've got my craft cart here. If I turn this way, I've got a craft shelf here and a coloring shelf because of markers. I've got my coloring cart behind me. It's actually coming together so I can find everything, which y'all don't even know. Well, you might. If you've ever had to change things around in a hurry, I'm sure you do. But that's where we're at right now, is getting that done and trying to get things put in place and cleaned up and finished. And I've got stuff like this that I ordered on sale and got for Christmas. And I've got to find a nice place to put it so it doesn't get all mankle-finky. And I've got so much stuff I want to share with you guys that I want to do. I mean, like, there is so much stuff. So much stuff. And like I said, my brain's even though I haven't been able to be here and be online, my brain's been going like just 24/7. So heaven help us all. But that's where I'm at. That's what we're doing, and hopefully I can get this done. This bit that's on my desk and the bit that I just showed you, and then once that's done, then I can have a clean desk to actually work on, and maybe I can grab up because I'm thinking I'm going to do my bee. I might pull the bees first because I think I have a lot of stuff for the bees. So I might be able to get my bee situation done, and we'll see how that goes. But I hope you guys will stick around, and I hope that, I'm going to try not to make this boring and do the same thing I did last time with bees, because we had bees and dolls. Beauty and the Bee is what I called it. I think I did all tags that time. So this time I'm not going to do the tags, although now that doesn't mean that I won't use those tags in what I make. I very well might. It's just right now the object is collecting up the bee stuff to get it together. So that's where I'm at, and I hope y'all enjoyed the haul. I hope y'all enjoyed my rambling. And until next time, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I hope that you've had a brilliant day wherever you are in the world. I hope that you had lots of reasons to smile. I hope you gave someone else a reason to smile. And I hope that you were safe, happy, and healthy. Maybe not necessarily in that order, but all those things. And until next time, again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. And just being a friend. Sometimes being a friend is one of the best things we can do for someone. Till next time, thank you, and bye-bye.